Hello and welcome to RTV News in English. My name is William Evans, of course here to bring you the latest from the world of news, but beginning with the headlines. The Rwandan Patriotic Front, RPF Inkotanyi, has signed a new agreement with the Communist Party of China that will see the construction of a new political school in Rwanda. We also bring you the story of Solange Umutesi, a mother of two working as a night security guard. While on the international scene, the EU diplomats meeting with Iran's Minister of Foreign Affairs over the war with Israel has yielded no breakthrough. Many thanks for always joining me for RTV News in English. Now, the Rwandan Patriotic Front, RPF Inkotanyi, has signed a new agreement with the Communist Party of China that will see the construction of a new political school in Rwanda aimed at grooming future leaders. We do have details on this report. The signed agreements include cooperation in the preservation and sharing of knowledge related to culture and historical heritage, as well as plans to establish a political school in Rwanda. The Secretary General of the RPF stated that collaboration with the Communist Party of China will continue across multiple sectors.
I want to express our commitment as RPF to maintain a dynamic and forward-looking relationship with CPC, and for that I propose regular high-level exchanges for the implementation of our bilateral agreements that shall help deepen people-to-people cooperation to forge a genuine citizen-centered perspective.
Hao Huji, Secretary of the Communist Party of China Committee in Yan'an Municipality and member of the party's Provincial Committee in Shanxi, confirmed their readiness to continue providing support to the RPF's initiatives. The relationship between the Rwandan Patriotic Front and the Communist Party of China has grown stronger over nearly 2 decades. To more news, a mother named Solange Umutesi, who works as a professional night security guard in Gahanga sector, Chichuchiro district, is encouraging other women to confidently seize the opportunities the country has provided for them, emphasizing that women are also capable of driving national development. Now, as evening falls and most people are wrapping up their day's work, depending on their jobs, others like night security professionals are just beginning. Among those preparing for the night duty is Solange Umutesi. This mother of two starts by attending to her household chores before heading out for her night shift. She says that before she began this work, life at home was difficult, but now she has hope for a better future. Along her way to work, many are surprised to see a woman who has chosen to guard people and their property at night. Her male colleagues express appreciation for sharing responsibilities with women on the patrol teams, while Solange Umutesi says that when her shift goes well, she feels proud and even more motivated to keep working hard for her personal development. She advises Rwandan women to make the most of the opportunities the country has extended to them, stressing that development is possible both to women and men. Solange completes her shift at 6 a.m. in the morning and then she rests, but on her day offs, she sometimes plays football or engages in construction-related jobs such as brick laying and carrying materials, depending on what is available that can earn her an extra income. An amazing story. Now moving on, Ejo Twifuza, in collaboration with various government institutions, has launched a campaign in schools aimed at fighting human trafficking. Students have revealed that they were previously unaware of the tactics used by perpetrators of this crime. While at Rivela High School, students were educated on the tricks employed in human trafficking, and all agreed that they had not clearly understood this crime before. The executive director of Ejo Heza, who initiated this awareness campaign against human trafficking starting in schools, has noted that educating the youth in particular could help reduce the number of people being trafficked. The campaign is expected to reach about 60,000 students across 8 districts in Rwanda. Still on young people, young innovators are stepping up to solve real banking challenges through tech in this year's BK Hackathon. These solutions target These solutions target tackling customer needs and streamlining services for the Bank of Kigali. We do have a report on this. BK Hackathon is a competition aimed at bringing together young people in teams where they are given specific challenges related to the operations of Bank of Kigali or market needs, and they are tasked to find solutions using technology. Some of the teams developed various tech-based projects that provide solutions for Bank of Kigali clients. They say the prize money they won will help them move their ideas forward. At BK, we deal with a lot of data from our clients, but we do not usually use that data while working with our clients to bring them solutions or even better services. Our innovation aims to use this available data to better serve our clients by providing them with what they actually need based on the data we have. From here, next is going to be the implementation phase, where we shall collect more data from clients. Then our product will be unveiled on the market.
Our project is called Inhingi. It's for small businesses that still write and keep their records in book. These usually experience issues when the books get lost or papers torn. With our solution, they will be able to keep all this information in their phones. It will also have voice commands that they can use to keep records.
The CEO of Bank of Kigali noted that the main objectives of BK Hackathon have been achieved as previous winners have already provided tangible solutions.
Most of these innovations are targeting youth because Rwandan youth are good with technology. With this, the young people will work well with the bank.
Since the competition was launched, it has aimed to generate innovative solutions from young entrepreneurs and encouraging creativity to advance BK's services. In past years, BK Hackathon winners have delivered solutions such as apps that manage loans, platforms that connect BK to young clients who previously did not use their services, among others. The Ministry of Local Government has reiterated its call for religious groups and churches to fight against divisionism and promote unity. This message was delivered during the 31st commemoration of the genocide against the Tutsi, organized by the Muslim community in Rwanda. Visiting the Kigali Genocide Memorial at Gisozi and honoring over 250,000 victims buried there were some of the key activities during the commemoration. While a resident of Rubavu district in the same sector shared her testimony and expressed gratitude to the government of Rwanda for supporting survivors of the genocide against the Tutsi in the wake of the trauma they endured. Members of the Islamic faith reaffirmed their commitment to rejecting any form of divisionism, while the Mufti of Rwanda, Sheikh Musa Sindaigaya, called on Muslims to continue denouncing wrongdoings, while the Minister of Local Government, Dr. Patrice Mugenzi, urged religious institutions to engage in introspection and prioritize unity of Rwandans. This 31st commemoration event, organized by the Muslim community in Rwanda, brought together over 500 participants representing all the 30 districts in the country. The private sector actors in the Eastern Province have also condemned business people who invested their resources in destructive politics that led to the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi instead of investing in national building. This was during the commemoration event for members of the private sector who were killed during the genocide in the Eastern Province. In the Eastern Province, as in many parts of the country, the genocide against the Tutsi was particularly intense, partly due to the involvement of prominent businessmen who supported and participated in the planning and executing of the atrocities. Now, during the commemoration during this commemoration event, the representative of the private sector in the Eastern Province noted that some individuals invested in killing and destroying the country, which now gives current private sector players a responsibility to use their strength and resources to build the nation The governor of the Eastern Province, Prudence Rubingira, commended the role of the private sector in driving national development and in keeping the memory of the victims of the genocide against the Tutsi alive. Prior to the commemoration event, the members of the private sector handed over newly constructed houses to genocide survivors and laid wreaths at the Musha Genocide Memorial. To more Kwibuka news, at a commemoration event for over 32,000 Tutsi killed on the hill of Karama, Kashari in Nhazo sector, Nyanza district, attendees called for justice to be pursued against those that participated in the mass killings, including Interahamwe militia, both Rwandan and Burundians, who took part. During the remembrance of the Tutsi killed on Karama Kashari Hill, survivors and others who lost loved ones emphasized the role of Interahamwe and Burundians in the extermination of the Tutsi who had fled on the hills from different parts of the region. Now, genocide survivors in the area expressed the wish for a memorial bearing the names of the victims killed there to ensure that the history of the genocide is preserved and never erased. They also demanded that Burundians and other perpetrators who committed atrocities in Nhazo and Nyamure and have not yet been arrested and brought to justice, similar to what happened to Philippe Hategekimana, known as Biguma, who was recently sentenced to life imprisonment by a French court for his role in the genocide in Nhazo. Well, members of parliament present stated that the advocacy efforts will continue so that permanent memorial with the names of the victims is constructed on Karama Hill. They reminded those present that the crime of genocide never expires and that all perpetrators, including Burundians, will continue to be pursued by justice systems. On Karama Kashari Hill, formerly part of the commune of Nhazo, more than 32,000 Tutsi were killed after resisting attacks from both Interahamwe militia and Burundians. The bodies recovered so far have been laid to rest in dignity at Nyamiyaga Genocide Memorial.
Breakfast with family. Inyanje is always there. Whatever the occasion, whatever the moment, always ask for Inyanje.
Nyiri muto arababwiraga data bati ntabwo wagira umukamo mwinshi utunze inka imwe, ariko nigeze acika intege. Mama akinjira mu bucuruzi harabamubwiraga bati ntabwo watera imbere udakorera mu iduka rigezweho, ariko ntibyamusubije inyuma, yakoranaga umwete. Njya muri kaminuza hari abanshidikanyagaho bavuga ko nashobora kaminuza naturuka mu muryango wifashisha, ariko byarangiye nanditse amateka mashya. Igihe cyo gutera ishema umuryango wanjye kigeze, bamwe bakomeje kumbwira bati ntabwo watera umuryango wawe ibyishimo n'ishema, ariko narabishoboye. Hari abakekaga ko nasigira umurage ukomeye abankomokaho, ariko ubu mfite uruganda rutunganya amata. Banki ya Kigali yabaye umufatanyabikorwa wanjye mu rugendo rwose, inzozi zanjye ziba impamo. Bigereho.
Muyobozi wa sosiyete, turakwibutsa ko buri sosiyete isabwa n'itegeko kubika ibitabo bya sosiyete ndetse no gushyikiriza RDB amakuru abikubiyemo. Ibyo bitabo birimo igitabo cy'abanyamigabane, icy'abagenewe inyungu ku migabane, inyandiko y'amakuru ya sosiyete, ibaruramari ngarukamwaka n'izindi. Gutanga amakuru y'ugenewe inyungu ku migabane wanyura kuri bo.rdb.rw, naho gutanga izindi nyandiko ukanyura kuri org.rdb.rw.
Very welcome back to RTV News. Now we continue with RTV News on the international scene. On the international scene, the EU diplomats meeting with the Iran's Minister of Foreign Affairs over the war with Israel yielded to no breakthrough. This was the first face-to-face meeting between the Western and Iranian officials since the war began after Israel attacked Iran last week over Tehran's nuclear program. Euronews with more.
Top European diplomats and Iran's foreign minister on Friday yielded hopes of further talks, but no indication of any immediate breakthrough in the Israel-Iran conflict. The meeting in Geneva had the EU's foreign policy chief Kaja Kallas and foreign ministers from Britain, Germany and France.
Nous avons voulu ouvrir une discussion avec le ministre iranien des Affaires étrangères car nous considérons qu'il n'y a pas de solution définitive par la voie militaire au problème du nucléaire iranien. Les opérations militaires peuvent le retarder, mais ils ne peuvent pas l'éliminer. C'est pourquoi c'est par la négociation que ce problème sera résolu.
Iran is ready to consider diplomacy once again, and once aggression is stopped and the aggressor is held accountable for the crimes committed. In this regard, I made it crystal clear that Iran's defense capabilities are not negotiable.
A week after Israel attacks on Iran, the message from Geneva was clear. Europe is serious about finding a political solution to this conflict. But the key question remains, can Europe take the lead again as just they did in 2015?
Tomorrow news, Russia has launched 280 drones and missiles on Ukraine in the overnight attacks. Ukraine's armed forces have also reported that more than 170 battles have taken place on the front line over the past 24 hours. Euronews continues.
As Russia intensifies its attacks, Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky said Kyiv is developing interceptor drones with the help of its international allies. Local media reported that in just the past night, Moscow launched 280 drones and missiles towards Ukraine. In Kherson, Russian forces struck residential buildings overnight, damaging multiple apartments and wounding one woman. The city of Kremenchuk in the Poltava region also became the target of an aerial attack. Russian forces reportedly targeted energy facilities. Local authorities said the strike also damaged civilian infrastructure and injured one person. On Friday, Ukraine and Russia had both claimed they hit each other's key military targets. The Russian Defense Ministry said it had intercepted and shot down Ukrainian aerial bombs, rockets, and over 1,000 drones. On the same day, Ukraine's armed forces reported that more than 170 battles took place in the frontline areas over the past day.
Tomorrow news, it has been emphasized that tourist videos of Mount Etna erupting in Italy are real, not AI generated, as some had claimed. This was after online confusion spread following the volcano's eruption at the start of this month of June, with some users calling into question real footage of the incident, while others have shared old images of the volcano in action. Euronews continues one more time.
Terrifying images of Mount Etna's eruption. Europe's largest and most active volcano, Mount Etna, which is located on the east coast of the island of Sicily, erupted on the 2nd of June. The major incident caused the volcano to spew ash, gas and rock at a level of intensity which has not been recorded since February 2021. Mount Etna frequently erupts, and this marked the 14th episode since March. However, its outbursts rarely cause significant damage or injuries. This latest incident may have been well documented, but online users have been calling into question how real footage like this, which shows hikers fleeing from the volcano, really is. Some have claimed the video was generated with artificial intelligence. Although AI videos claiming to show Mount Etna have been shared online, These images are authentic and have been shared widely by reputable media organizations. Local authorities issued warnings on the morning of the 2nd of June, stating that the volcano had increased its activity levels, but some hikers still chose to venture onto Mount Etna. As AI becomes more and more sophisticated, its ability to produce content which is indissociable from real-life images increases too. This leads online users to be suspicious of extraordinary yet authentic footage. Other viral images of a white mushroom cloud emerged after Mount Etna's latest eruption, and they have been circulating online. However, by conducting a reverse image search, Verify found photos taken just meters away from the same spot, which date back to as early as 2015. Such images have featured in multiple academic reports, which confirm the photo is from the 4th of December 2015 and therefore has nothing to do with the latest eruption. For more fact checks and debunking, head to our website, euronews.com.
With that report, we come to the end of our bulletin tonight. Wishing you a good night and a beautiful Sunday. I'm William Evans. See you tomorrow. Good night and goodbye.